Welcome back to Kickin' It, Bears.
Today we will look at how your phone can help you in emergency situations, the UA track team, student section, student council election results, and a recap of last week's walkout.
Today, UA is honoring Spread the Word to End the Word. You will see students and staff throughout the high school wearing black and gold or the designated Spread the Word to End the Word t-shirts.
The mission of the campaign is to end the hurtful use of the R word.
Today is also the day of silence, representing the silencing of the LGBT plus people who aren't able to safely come out.
Freshmen, tomorrow night is the Frosh Spring Fling at the Barn, located at Sunny 95 Park. There will be food, drinks, a DJ, laser tag, and more. See Schoology to find out how to buy your tickets. They must be purchased by 9 p.m. tonight.
Sophomores and juniors, the 6th grade camp counselor application window for next year is now open.
If you are interested, pick up a flyer from your science teacher. The application window is open until Friday, May 18th.
Bear Centrals is open for bonus shopping hours tonight from 6 to 7:30 p.m.
Applications for the Scotland Exchange Program are available in the Counseling Center and from Mr. Chandler in room 241.
Applications are due Friday, May 11th.
WSYX reported today that Franklin County emergency management officials say as many as 70% of families in Central Ohio aren't prepared if a natural disaster strikes.
All households should create a 72-hour preparedness kit that includes basic emergency supplies.
Details on what to include can be found on the website ready.gov.
2 weeks ago, a minivan seat fatally crushed a 16-year-old high school student that was heading to tennis after school. This incident brought attention to the potential help that technology can provide during emergency situations. By going to the health app, you are able to fill out your medical ID, which includes medical info that can be important in emergencies, such as your name, birth date, medical conditions and notes, allergies, medications, blood type, weight, and height, along with emergency contact information. By holding down the lock and volume button at the same time, a screen will appear with the medical ID or SOS call option. By sliding the medical ID option, your information from the health app will appear. And by sliding the emergency SOS call button, 911 will be called. And by pressing the lock button 5 times, it will call your emergency contact information. For more safety information, go to Apple's website and click on Support. Then search Use Emergency SOS on your iPhone and click on your first option. There you will find a more in-depth description about all the safety tools available on your iPhone. This has been Olivia Sacuti and Abby Wild reporting for WARL.
There are also emergency safety options for the Apple Watch. You can check these features out on the Apple Support website as well.
WBNS-TV reported yesterday that the Ohio Department of Health is urging Ohioans to get vaccinated for hepatitis A.
The Parks and Rec Department will be at the high school during lunch periods next week to talk with students about summer job opportunities.
And now to Dugan and Kylie with sports.
Welcome back to another week of Sports Bears.
Boys volleyball beat Northland 3-0 on Monday, lost 3-1 on Kaufman on Tuesday, beat Reynoldsburg 3-1 on Thursday, and they play Pick North tonight.
The volleyball Bears aren't the only busy team this week. Girls lacrosse beat Davidson 21-1 on Monday, beat Gahanna 20-5 last night, and play Everest, Canada on Friday, and IMG Sports Academy in Chagrin Falls on Saturday at Cleveland Heights.
Shout out to Megan Kozar for being recognized as the Bryan USL High School Player of the Week. The Tennis Bears beat St. X 3-2 on Wednesday and lost to St. Charles yesterday in their match.
Girls softball ended their senior night with a bang on Thursday. They beat Westland 22-1, including 3 home runs throughout the game and 2 inside of the park home runs by senior Gigi Danes.
Athlete of the Week goes out to Will Robbins. He committed to UNC Chapel Hill for lacrosse. Congrats, Will.
Earlier this week, we took a look at some record-breaking track bears.
These 4 boys have been working very hard in the off-season. They train every day after school, and they do cross-country together and even work in the winter. We sat down with them to see how they have trained and what they have achieved.
So we broke the distance medley relay. It's basically a 400, an 800, a 1200, and a 1600. It was me, Jack Ambling, Thomas Richter, and Ben Crespo.
The previous record was held in 2010. It's a school record. It was held at an 11:17. We came in at 11:14.
This has been Dugan Turnbull reporting for WARL.
Looks like we should keep track of them throughout their season.
The baseball Bears beat Central Crossing on Wednesday 10-4 and play today against Hilliard-Davidson. They will play Bishop Watterson tomorrow at the Bill Davis OSU Stadium.
The Browns used their first pick in the draft on Oklahoma quarterback Baker Mayfield. Let's hope the 29th time's the charm.
Who's for your Curas tonight at the high school? Tip-off is at 7:30. You can support a good cause by watching your former teachers play in the annual basketball game. The tickets cost $8 at the door.
And now let's kick it to J. Cole with Lifestyle.
The Little Theater Little Shows presents Work in Progress next Thursday and Friday at 7:30 p.m. in the Little Theater. Admission is pay what you want. Urban Zen is back today during lunch period. It's the last 20 minutes of 4th and the first 20 minutes of 5th in the varsity gym. Avengers Infinity War came out last night. It had the 3rd largest pre-sale ever, trailing only The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. So if you want to go, make sure to buy those tickets in advance. This morning, Kensington Palace officially announced the name of the royal baby. Louis Arthur Charles is younger brother to George and Charlotte and 5th in line for the crown. A man in England received 8 months in prison after giving a speeding camera the middle finger. Timothy Hill was caught using an illegal laser jammer to avoid speeding tickets. The investigation came about after he flipped off 3 different traffic cameras. Do you want to watch other people cook food? If your answer to that question is yes, check out 1400 Food Lab located on Dublin Road, like some of your classmates did on Idea Day. The Food Experience Center offers tutorials on how to make certain foods along with the ability to rent out kitchen space. Every Thursday at 3:30, the staff leads tours of the facility with no appointment necessary. Speaking of cooking, now we see what Dune section has been cooking up.
What's up, guys? We got a Dune section for you here. We're gonna bake some cookies.
Yeah, there's some flour right there. Dang, there's one. But there's nothing else to combine it with.
Just mix it up nice and good.
The flour.
So next up, we're gonna get a little teaspoon, I think, of some Arm & Hammer baking soda.
Nice and leveled off. Got a little salt bay here with Tommy.
A little old meme, if you remember.
Dick's better soft and it's nice and soft, so.
Some soft butter.
Dude, what's better than that? Alright, mix it up now.
Alright.
Pack this in. Oh yeah, nice and
Get it
leveled
packed.
off.
Wait 1 second, just let me pack it in.
Thank you for helping me out there. I don't think I could have done with that. Really gotta dig deep. There's not a lot of sugar left in here, so I'm not gonna lie. Oh, nice and leveled off now. Boom. Didn't even use a leveler. Now we need 1 teaspoon of some vanilla extract. Kroger. Make sure you toss it up. That's how you do it. Bang. Yeah, some good cookies out here. Boosh.
So gross.
Here we go. One final look.
Mix in.
Wow. These are horrendous.
Let me see about that. No, that's a really terrible cookie.
Yeah, we did terrible.
Although baking the cookies was fun, the outcome itself was not. And now let's kick it back to Maine.
The student council and class officer results are in.
For the class of 2019, the officers are as follows. President Gavin Schaefer, Vice President Sam Shattuck, Secretary Paige Plagans, Treasurer Jaskaran Barong.
For the class officers of 2020, the officers are as followed. President Julia Bedali, Vice President Brooke DeWalt, Secretary Ariana Carpenter, Treasurer Liam Favret. For the class of 2020, the officers are as followed. President Dennis Erdahl, Vice President Josh Shepard, Secretary Shay Keithler, Treasurer Townsend Thompson.
Congratulations to all candidates for having the courage to run for office.
Camp Invention is looking for high school students to serve as summer interns. The camp is located at Juma Elementary School the week of June 4th through the 8th. High school students with science interest, enjoy working with children are encouraged to apply.
It's a fun way to knock out your summer service hours and add your hours to your service corps quest. Email first grade teacher and Camp Invention Director Leslie Hancock at lhancock@uaschools.org if you are interested.
Ford owners, some of your vehicles are about to become vintage. On Wednesday, Ford announced that they will no longer see all of their vehicles in the United States due to the decrease in business. Starting next year, they will only sell trucks, SUVs, and a new crossover vehicle that debuts in 2019.
Last Friday, around 200 students peacefully walked out in protest of gun violence. Lujain learned more from students involved with the event.
The walkout began with students walking for 13 minutes as a tribute to Columbine. There were also pieces of art commemorating the victims by Joanna Nielsen.
These were drawings that I made of the Columbine victims. I drew them for the walkout on April 20th. They were to represent and memorialize the 13 victims that died 19 years ago today. Each drawing took about 2 hours, totaling at least 26 hours each. But this is a cause I care about, which makes it worth it. There have been more shootings since Parkland. They were supposed to be the last. This is not okay. We need change now.
The student organizers encouraged students to register to vote, sign a petition, or call their representatives. Students listened to speeches given on gun control.
The gun lobby expects us to do what we did after every mass shooting: go quiet. We will not rest until there is significant and comprehensive reform across every single level of government, from local to state to nationwide.
At the end of the walkout, the students carried out a pledge together.
I pledge that.
I pledge that.
As soon as I turn 18.
As soon as I turn 18.
I will register to vote.
I will register to vote.
I will vote for representatives.
I will vote for representatives.
That will listen to our voices.
That will listen to our voices.
Not the dollars of the gun lobby.
Not the dollars of the gun lobby.
This was Lujain Asaf reporting for the WARL.
The discussion on gun control. The club meets after school every Monday in the second floor LC. Also, we would like to mention the Student Council co-presidents are Charlie Fleming and Elizabeth McKenna.
Next week, we'll take a look at the Scotland Exchange Program and UA Top 3.
And remember, Bears, heart attacks are most likely to happen on a Monday, so stay relaxed this weekend.
Thank you.